welcome back. It's Sarah here from Sew Sarah Style. I am just coming on today to tell you about my brilliant experiences yesterday at the Staffordshire Social. I haven't been for since April. I went to the first one and then for various reasons wasn't able to go again. So yesterday was a fantastic day. So I got to go back and see some old faces and meet some new ones. And I just had a really lovely day. So it's run by Sally, who is the Staffordshire Sewist. And she lives in the most amazing place, and they've got sort of conference rooms and stuff downstairs. So I think she said this was her 8th that she'd done yesterday. And Sally's she's just started vlogging actually. She's just released her first vlog, which is the Staffordshire Sewist. So go along and have a look at that if you haven't seen it already. She's brilliant. She's complete opposite of me in terms of she's colour, and she's just got some gorgeous prints and patterns and ideas to share. So hop over to her channel and have a look. And also one of the lovely ladies that I met yesterday, Ruth, who is Ruth McIntyre. I'll put her details in the description box below. She's also started her channel, and again she's got some gorgeous ideas and patterns. She was wearing the most beautiful Bakerloo dress yesterday that I am absolutely going to copy. I'll put a picture in if I've got one. It's she just basically hacked it, so she kept the collar as normal, and instead of doing sort of a gathered skirt, she'd just done it straight down, just sort of slightly balloony sleeves. It looked absolutely gorgeous. So that is going straight to the top of the list to be made. There were so many other lovely ladies. Obviously Beck from What Beck Sews was there, Adele, they've both been going from the start as well, and just lovely Donna and Nett and Sarah and Jenny. So it was just a really lovely group. It's just really nice to be able to go along and take your projects, and I needed quite a bit of help with one of mine, and they were there literally on hand to sort me out. So it just makes it a really nice change from sewing by myself, which I'm more than happy to do. I do quite enjoy my quiet time and my sewing, but every so once in a while it's lovely just to go and chat about nothing but sewing and sew all day. So, and eat cake as well. I'll put in a picture of the amazing cakes that that Sally provides. So it's all part of the it's just a brilliant day. She does a raffle as well. There are some amazing prizes. There's also a swaps table. So I went along and took a few boxes of, actually it's upholstery fabric scraps that I'd got for making bags with, and I've got absolutely loads of them, so I took those along, and some fabric which was snapped up. But then also equally found some lovely fabric that I want. You can see a little peek of it here. This one is a little bit of colour for me. So actually, to be fair, Sally had this one, and I just said, oh, that's rather lovely, and she very kindly let me have it. So I think the plan is, because there's absolutely loads of it. I know it's a Beck fabric. I think she's shown it on her destash vlog, and then she tried to destash it, but I think obviously this one didn't go, so she put it on the swaps table. And because there's looks like about 4 meters, I will be making a top, and then Sally can have the rest. It's a little bit different for me, but it's still got the greens in it, which I absolutely love. So I think I'm going to be making some kind of fancy blouse. There's the balloon sleeve top by Pattern Emporium, which I think looks lovely, and that might work quite nicely in this. It's very silky, just a bit of colour for me for a change. The other thing I picked up was this, actually Sally had donated as well, and I saw it, absolutely loved it. It's a pineapple print chambray denim, and I think there's 2 meters of this as well. Gorgeous quality. I can't quite believe that she was giving it away, but she said she'd had it in the stash for a while. It wasn't doing anything, so she thought that somebody else should benefit from it. I really love pineapples. It's quite a subtle little print there, and at first I thought I might make a dress from it, but actually I may be making a jacket. I'm not exactly sure yet. Actually, it might make quite a nice heather blazer, little pineapple heather blazer. Anyway, there's quite a few options for that, so really pleased with that one. Thank you, Sally. And also Beck was there with her fabulous Jazz and Wow stand, so I went and had a look at that. Could have bought so many, but went with my usual autumnal colours. So I've got some lovely the resin buttons in a tortoise shell there, which is always very useful. And just look at these, they're so cute for Christmas. Little little reindeer earrings, so I was really pleased with those as well. They're very, very cute. So they'll be worn from the 1st of December, because I don't really tend to do anything Christmassy before December. I'm a bit of a Grinch like that. And also on the table was the retractable tape measure. Now, who doesn't need at least 1 million tape measures in their sewing room? I know I do. It's just like the black hole of tape measures in my sewing room. So I was really pleased to be able to pick that up. So thank you very much for that as well. So once we'd done the swaps table, I got on with making this, which is the South Bank sweater. Now, when I was watching Beck the other day, literally as I was cutting this out, she was talking about how what she called South Bank Saturday. I think the other Saturday she'd made 2, if not 3 South Banks. She was finishing one off at the social as well. So we got together and had a couple of photos of us in our lovely South Banks. This is made from the fabric that I bought recently from Pound Fabrics. It's called the thick tiger knit fabric, and it's actually really soft. It's quite a nice quality, and it's just made up really easily into South Bank sweater. So that as I say, I cut it out before I went, and I probably sewed it up in less than an hour at the social. Next to me was Jenny, and she was making a billy. I'm not sure if I've got any photos of her in her billy, but she'd got the most beautiful, it was like a mandala print fabric from Minerva. And so she was making the billy sweatshirt, and I think somebody asked really what the difference was between the South Bank and the billy. So I thought I'd show you my billy. I've made a couple of billy sweatshirt dresses, and I've made quite a few of the South Bank sweaters. I've made probably 3 or 4 of the sweaters, but I've never made the sweater dress before. This one I made to the full length with the hemband. So if anybody's taller than sort of 5'3", 5'4", I would look at the pattern carefully and possibly lengthen it, unless you want it particularly short, because this is still above my knee. So you may well need to lengthen it if you're any taller than that. For me, the billy is a slightly more cocoon shape, and it's like a proper sweatshirt, like an elongated sweatshirt. And whereas the South Bank is a bit more fitted like a dress. I've heard some people say that they didn't get on very well with putting pockets in the South Bank, and I can kind of understand that, because it's more of a fitted clean line. I wouldn't necessarily want to be putting pockets into the side of this. I think it would ruin the line. Whereas the pockets on the billy, because it's a slightly different shape, I think are absolutely, well, they're genius. They are probably the best pockets I've ever seen on a knit dress. I can't quite remember the construction because it's a while ago since I made it, but it sits nicely. I don't think it affects the line of it at all, because it's a little bit more loose around the front as well. I've just sort of lined it with a little bit of contrast fabric there as well, but it works really well. The billy also, well, the South Bank has this neckline, or this sort of high collar, which is all part of the look, and then it's got cuffs at the top, the sleeves and the bottom. And the billy, I've put ribbing around the neck of this one, and obviously the sleeves and the bottom. It's the billy comes in different with different sleeves as well. That's the other option, whereas the South Bank, it is what it is. So you can cut it in different lengths to have, a shorter top. You can have a like a sort of tunic style or whatever, and a dress. But the billy has the balloon sleeves as well. So I'll put in a picture of me. I did make another one with the full-on sleeves, which are puffed at the top and at the bottom, but to be honest, that hasn't had much wear because that's a bit full on for me. If I made a third one, I would probably keep the top sort of a fitted top, and then do a balloon sleeve at the bottom, because I think that would be a nice compromise. I just feel it's a little bit over the top with the puff up here and the puff down there. So that's the main difference, really, to be honest. It's just the shape of it and the fit. This is I just think this is such a flattering shape, because it's sort of fitted, but it still skims over mum-tums and bums and everything else. So I'm really pleased with this. But equally, I do enjoy wearing this Billy as well. So that's a little bit about both patterns. And that's probably about enough for me. I've waffled on for long enough. For next week, I'm going to the Chanel exhibition. I'm so excited, in London, and I'll be taking lots of photos there, and no doubt come back with lots of inspiration of Chanel style things that I will want to make. I have got a few ideas for jackets and cardigans up my sleeve, which I did want to make before I went down there, but I don't think there's any chance that I'm going to get anything made for that. So I will come back to you with, as I say, with my Chanel, hopefully Chanel inspired vlog within the next week or so. In the meantime, have a great day. Take care. Bye.